Seems appropriate to play this healing song. But I don't want to waste any of this. So this song's called What If. It was prophesied that I would write this song that would bring healing to others and possibly even myself. So I started writing it the night I got that word, which was a Thursday night. And I played it on the street here in Reading, in front of the library, for a homeless guy that was going to get his foot cut off the next morning. This would have been about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, in the heat in Reading in the summer. So 110-ish. Give or take a little bit, Fahrenheit. And there was this guy in a wheelchair, and it didn't take us long to realize that the smell was coming from him. And the lady ministering, who eventually is responsible for making me a pastor, she cut right to the chase, and she was a very patient old lady. She says, "What do you want?" He said, "Prayer." And at that point, eventually she left the ministry to me, and I wasn't able to play as much. But at that point, my primary responsibility was just playing, keeping the atmosphere good, the people quiet and peaceful. And I used this frequency, this 396. It's a really good one. And she said, "Howard, why don't you take him aside and pray for him?" Meaning get that smell out of here, because there's about 50 people gathered in front of us. We're backed up to the trunk of her little car, and we're handing out snacks and praying for people one at a time, pretty much. We'd done a group prayer where we all kind of held hands and did that, and then we're handing out like Gatorades and candy and chips and things that we had, and praying for people one-on-one. But she said, "Why don't you take him aside and pray for him?" So I stopped, took him aside, and his name was Greg, and I already knew that, so I wouldn't have asked him his name, but I would have said, "What's at the top of your prayer list?" And he said, they're going to cut my foot off tomorrow. And ding, 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 it hit me. The smell was gangrene. He was in a wheelchair. He had a sock on, big old sock on in the summer. And instant guilt and condemnation hit me for even thinking, "Lord, get that. What is that smell? Please get it out of here," was my first thought. Probably everybody there. Reading, 110 plus in the heat, in the sun. And he told me that the county had stepped in, was going to provide him a place to live, help to recover, which for a homeless person is quite substantial. And I knew that could have its own benefits, but I didn't want him to lose his foot. And he was there for prayer, so he didn't want to lose his foot either. And I told him of this song that I had just written, and it wasn't really even completely done. And most of those people out on the streets knew that I was playing in healing frequencies. I had talked about it. And I asked him if he would mind if I put my guitar on his foot so that he would feel the vibrations as I played this song pass through. So he's in a wheelchair, and I put my guitar on his foot like this, and I play it like this, in kind of this position. I'm singing to him right in his face. What if you could get healed as I pray? What if all your pain left you today?